السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعزائي الطلاب، المسار المصري بمجمع قناة شباب الفهد التعليمية، رحب بكم. إن شاء الله we will complete our revision about lesson 2 in unit 1. Question number 1. Give reason for the following sentence. A mechanical machines must be cooled when they are in operation for long time to avoid the damage of internal moving parts of machine due to friction force. Because when the internal moving parts of machine operation for long time, the temperature of these parts increases at a certain limit, it will damage. So we must be cooled when they are in operation. Question number B. Rockets and aircraft have streamlined shape to reduce the air resistance. Number B. Car movement needs friction because car need to friction to control the car's speed and change the car direction. Question number 2, complete the following sentence. A, all car bodies are designed in streamlined shape to reduce the effect of friction force. The friction force, the force between two surfaces in contact called friction force. Question number 3, put true or false in front of each of the following sentence and correct the wrong sentence. A, rockets and aircraft have rectangle shape. False, we will change rectangle into streamlined shape. Number B, friction is necessary for walking. True. Now, on page 19, test in unit 1. Question number 1, complete the following sentence. The value of friction force between two surfaces depend on the type of the material of both surfaces. Number B, the answer here, friction force in the space. Number B, friction force has its effect in the opposite direction of motion or movement. The answer here, we will write motion or movement. Number 3, the friction force between the air and the object that moves through is called the friction force. Number C, the friction force between the air and the object that moves through is called air resistance. Here, the answer, air resistance. The friction force between water and the objects that move through it, water resistant. The answer will water resistant. Number E, space increases by the increase of the surface area of moving object. Friction force. The answer, friction force. Number F, the force of space acts in the opposite direction of the object motion. Friction force again. The answer, the friction force. Answer the following question. The following table clarifies the value of friction force between some surfaces. Study this table and answer the following question. Friction force between glass and glass, value 3. The value of friction force between rubber and wet cement, 4. The friction force between glass and metal, 5. The friction force between rubber and dry cement, 6. If you push a marble of a glass surface on a glass surface and another similar one on a metal surface, which one will move for longer distance? If you push glass marble on a glass surface, the friction between them 3. The second, another similar one on a metal surface, 5. So the first marble will move for longer distance. And why? Because the friction force between glass and glass 3, but the friction force between glass and metal 5. Question number 3, put true or false in front of each of the following sentence and correct the wrong sentence. The friction force affects in opposite direction to the direction of motion. True. Number B. The friction force depends on the shape of the surface of two touching objects. False. The type of material, we can change the shape or the surface area. Here, we can change the shape on the type of the two surfaces or the surface area of two touching objects. Number C, the pushing of an object forward is opposed by a friction force at the same direction. Number C, false. We can change same into opposite direction. Thank you. See you soon in Unit 2.